Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome to What's on Tap podcast. I am your host, Stefan.
I'm your host, Martin. And I am Marcus.
Yay! Marcus is back.
Guests. We love guests.
I know. And at this point, he's almost a show regular. He's not even a guest anymore.
I don't think he's surpassed Björn, Guiden, Björn.
Well, we'll never know.
Well, I
Well, I mean, you'll know. You have all of the stats.
and his secret tally and secret stats.
Must be getting close.
Who knows?
I mean, apparently you do.
Yeah. I would need to look it up, and that's too much work right now.
On your abacus.
Because we have beers.
You have beers. And
The first one is from System.
so we did kind of an American episode here. You have two American beers, one from New York and one from Texas. So it's kind of like red state, blue state kind of situation here.
America.
Fuck yeah. Okay. So we'll start with the blue state. We have some Evil Twin.
Oh, we really do just start with that one? It's the strongest one. I think
Fine. We'll start with the Texas one.
Yay! So it's Ranger Creek Texas Bourbon Barrel Series Limited Edition Imperial Coffee Ale at about 11%. 11.6 Imperial Coffee Ale.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is really light looking. I thought it was barley wine.
Yeah, looked like it.
I'm not familiar with Ranger Creek. I'm guessing they're out of San Antonio. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know that I've had really anything from San Antonio before. So,
Kind of smells like a barley wine, though. Yeah, a little bit.
well, the tasting notes are honey toffee and coffee backed by fig, plum, and caramel with a pleasant woody bourbon note.
I love those fig plums. Fig plums.
That is the shockingly small text. It's really hard to read. Okay. Well, cheers, guys.
Cheers. God, we need to do the clink.
Clink. We're doing clinking. Clink. All right. This smells kind of like an American barley wine, honestly.
Yeah, it does. It tastes like one as well. This is my first Ranger Creek beer ever.
I'm honestly surprised this got exported.
No, wait.
Sweet.
It's not what? Creek.
Oh.
I've had some Ranger Creek Sky Trooper last year at Bishop's Arms. Huh.
There it is. There's the coffee and the bourbon barrel. It just takes a minute to come in, because it's pretty.
When you get past the fig plums.
Exactly. It's pretty. Like I said, American barley wine up front, not any barrel notes or anything, and then the aftertaste is you get the caramel and kind of a richness to it. This is actually
I think this was
pretty good.
This was nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't really get coffee.
Maybe a slight hint, but not that.
But kind of almost like a green kind of coffee,
but
not like a dark roasted kind of flavor.
I kind of think it kind of blends into something else as well. So
It kind of reminds me of like a Founders old ale, barrel aged old ale in that way. Remember Founders? Remember when we used to get their beers all the time?
remember Founder?
Yeah, it is kind of like that.
I remember. The Founders got sold, right?
Yeah, basically they got a 30% interest stake was sold to another.
Yeah, and then they made one last batch of Canadian breakfast stout, and then that recipe didn't get included in the sale. There's something like that. So Kentucky breakfast stout was sold, but not Canadian breakfast stout. Something.
That's a weird.
Huh?
I guess somebody owned the recipe.
Someone had Canadian CBS as their favorite beer, one of the brewers, and like, no, they shouldn't get that one. I think
But we can never make it anywhere else, so it just dies.
it's like, yeah, but it's the same thing, but only at the maple.
Yeah.
No, take it to our graves. This beer, I think it's a little bit too. Oh, the Swedish word is spretigt. It goes in many different directions at the same time, which I don't like. It has a booziness that isn't backed up by body. No. I feel like this kind of misses the mark.
Well, okay. Does it change your opinion if I told you it was 11.6% brown ale?
I think that's why I don't rave about it.
I think the fact that it's such a high ABV and such a generic flavor That's what really takes me to, like I said, the Founders barrel-aged old ales. And what was the other? The Draftsman's Daughter or some sort of nonsense like that. Some other Scotch ale, the aged in barrels. It gives me a lot of those kind of flavors and stuff where it's not a particularly flavorful beer, but the aftertaste is like really hitting some nice notes, especially with the barrel flavoring coming through pretty powerful. The caramel in the aftertaste. The upfront is completely benign and doesn't have anything, but the aftertaste is like nice. This is kind of a sit with you kind of beer.
But yeah, as you said, I like kind of the toffee note that comes afterwards. But as you say, it's nothing that's in the beginning. It's kind of mac, and then it's actually better in the aftertaste.
Yeah, it's weird. You need like 10 seconds to like you drink it, you're like, oh, that wasn't really anything. It's very almost watery and, like I said, green coffee, not bell pepper, but yeah, definitely kind of like I said, a green coffee flavor. But then it just kind of blooms and blossoms a little bit, and I think that's, for me, that makes it more interesting.
Yeah. For me, this is a strong 3.75. It cannot get a 4 for me. There's something wrong.
It needs an upfront flavor. It needs something that, like, you need that coffee hit in the front.
And also the mouthfeel is a bit on the watery side as well.
I mean, it is a brown ale. So it's a brown ale. I can live with a watery
and still make it a bit more and
have a richer mouthfeel, especially, I guess at the 11% here. But I just think if it had more of a strong coffee flavor in the front, and then it followed through with that bourbony caramel notes, vanilla at the end, I think that would really be a much better. This would be like a 45 easily. But yeah, I kind of agree with you. It's a weak 4 for me, and only because the aftertaste is so dominant.
I'm with Martin. It's a 3.75.
Yeah,
but I like the aftertaste. The beginning, not so much.
Yeah,
I almost want to call it watered down bourbon.
It is a little bit like that. I can definitely, no, I'm not arguing with you. I completely agree with you.
Like sweet watered down bourbon.
Like a quarter bourbon, 3/4 water, and you get this weird kind of, it's trying. I wanted it to be much better.
Of course, you always want the beer to be much better, but sometimes that's not. You gotta drink the beer you came with, not the beer that you want. All right. So next up, we have
Evil Twin New York.
Evil Twin New York, and this is a 15% Imperial Stout. All right. So
I think you need a magnifying glass for that.
The script is insane. I may have to go. I may have to. And what's this beer even called?
What's the name?
I think it's number 29, maybe, or
Evil Twin 29. No,
49 maybe.
49.
So the adjuncts are bourbon, soaked coffee, and vanilla. It was aged 36 months. It was filled in 2018, but it was transferred in 2021. It has red wine, then Henry McKenna bourbon barrels.
Okay, so on tap, this is called the Great Northern Barrel Aged Series 29, released 04/25/22. Is that right? You showed it to me just 5 seconds ago, Marcus. Help!
Don't really see the.
Did you say barrel aged 36 months in Sine Qua Non red wine barrels? Then Henry McKenna 11-year-old bourbon barrels. Yeah, that's it. Oh, it has really good ratings. Oh, shouldn't have looked. I shouldn't have looked.
It's 4 years.
My mind has been primed with good ratings.
It smells really good.
It also looks really good.
Yeah, it's got very, very bourbon barrel notes on the nose. And the Evil Twin New York Bourbon Barrel Series, or their barrel series, is usually pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
So,
this has not tipped over.
No.
And this one doesn't taste old at all. It tastes exactly like it tastes just like I thought it would taste. It's not motor oil thick, but it has body to back up its 15%.
It definitely is the fullest bodied beer I've had. Yeah, comparing to the other one, it's totally different ball game.
So it's really fun. Henry McKenna. I have never tried Henry McKenna bourbon, but I want to try it now. Stefan, you're our American alibi. Get us some Henry McKenna.
Henry McKenna bourbon,
From your secret bourbon stash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it in mine. Yeah, I wish I had a secret bourbon stash.
But this was actually really good.
Yeah. This has a thick, heavy bourbon feeling, but it balances it with malty presence. This is not diluted bourbon. This is an actual Imperial. Okay, this is an actual Imperial stout with bourbon addition.
But also 36 months in red wine barrels. That is...
I don't get tannins, and I don't get a lot of red wine. Maybe it may add some body.
Normally I don't like, stouts that are soaked in port or red wine or anything like that. This is really drinkable. It's pretty easy to drink.
super easy to drink. Yeah.
What did you say it was? It was 15%. Yeah, this is a kind of a crime because you're going to drink it way too fast.
Yeah.
Because there's almost no alcohol heat at the end. Pretty sweet on the lips, so you kind of want to keep drinking it.
I get kind of a mulled wine sensation in the end, but maybe that's just me.
You like glögg, yeah.
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 But the super small note. But that's all I can get from the red wine thing, actually.
Yeah. There's a bit of spiciness to it.
Yeah.
That's probably the combination of the alcohol heat with the bourbon and the red wine. But overall, I agree. This is quite the treat.
Yeah, this was
So the thing I bring in this
better than I thought it would be. So definitely nice.
A 4.5 for me.
This is a 4.25 for me.
I'll go in between, a 4.4.
You're not allowed to do that on the show.
It's then it's a 4.5.
Exactly. Rounding up.
That's how math works.
When a beer is good, it's fun to round up because you go I'll be generous here. It feels good. But with the Ranger Creek Texas Bourbon Barrel, I was stingy.
Now they're going to round out.
I round it down.
No, I agree. These are actually, I enjoyed both of these for very different reasons. I thought they were both quite a lot of fun.
A number of years ago, Evil Twin New York did a series of, I guess they were seltzers, hard seltzers, called Evil Water. What happened to those? Was that just an experiment that they realized this is really strange? Because those were 5% and tasted like carbonated water with a little bit of, not alcohol at all, just a little bit of fruit.
Yeah.
They were really strange.
They were, I think they maybe didn't sell that good.
Well, I mean, Evil Twin on whole has kind of quit exporting quite a bit. I mean, we don't really see them on the shops or even in Copenhagen, you don't see as much as it used to be.
I think Drick Beer still has quite a few.
No, I would think so.
Yeah.
But
there is not on the same level as it used to be. But
no. And what's the Balenciaga, whatever it's called, the beer bar in Copenhagen, kind of.
Vätskebalansen.
Whatever it's called. Anyway, they're almost the only beer bar that has Evil Twin. So there must be some connection there as well. Is there a connection there?
I think there is.
I'd have to imagine that there is. They've had way too many Evil Twin tap takeovers.
And they were the ones who took over the Cantillon Blåbär release. And there has to be some connection there.
Truth is out there.
Uh-oh. But yeah, I hope to see more Evil Twin on the shelves soon. I think in March there was a couple of Evil Twin releases.
Nice.
Yeah. Some sort of mint chocolate bullshit that.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, mint chocolate and bullshit?
Yep.
That with bullshit.
Yeah. Not quite the strawberries of bullshit that you were really hyped up about before, but
I've patented strawberries and bullshit.
oh, okay. We'll wrap it up here. You can find us online at Marcus, where can we find you online?
You can find me at Instagram and Facebook.
Under Beard Brew, Frosty Beard Brewery. All right.
Check that out.
And, check out, if you're on Untapped, you live in Malmo or in Sweden, or you just happen to be coming to the area, check out Beer Ditch. You have a lot of your beers are usually there,
Pretty much,
or Silton.
pretty much everything I make ends up at Beard. But there's also other places in Malmö that on unregular basis have burgers. And also on a small footnote, if you are traveling up north, you can find my stuff sometimes in Östersund as well. So
Okay. So if you're in some sort of random outback of Sweden, you can find Frosty Beard. But you can find us online at What's on Tap Podcast, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and wherever you find podcasts. You can find What's on Tap. So until next time,
Keep drinking, you dum-dums.